Welcome to It Starts With Courage podcast with Kat and Jen. What is it? It's everything. Everything you want in life starts with courage. It's Tuesday.
Yeah.
Yes.
Have our very first ever guest.
Very
Yay.
Special guest who's been putting me through pain since November.
Good pain.
Yeah, good pain, I
worth
guess. So today we have Brandi LeBlanc with us. She's the owner of Barbelle Beauty Fitness out in Ascension Parish.
Ow.
Yes. Thank you.
Oh, she's like just so yes.
Thank you.
She's so
Thank
shy.
you.
She's shy right now, but I have
At
a
the
feeling
moment.
that she's going to be opening up because she is
I'm excited to hear from her. She is in amazing shape.
Thank you.
And for any of you guys who happen to follow my fitness journey on Instagram, this, what we have today, is goals.
goals.
Well, thank you.
She is, I'm going to brag about her a little bit right now,
Please
but
do.
she is Miss Atlas, which is like the most fit woman in the world.
It's the world champion bodybuilder, women's bodybuilder for GBO, the Global Bodybuilding Organization.
That is
Yes.
amazing.
So
Oh my goodness.
So I know this isn't what our episode, and today's episode might be a little longer.
As it should be.
Yeah, because we have three of us to ramble
Right.
on. But
Lucky you
Brandi,
guys.
when you start, like, tell us a little bit about like the prep for that. Like, how many weeks is it?
Not
Like-
even that. I just want to hear about, tell us first before you get into the prep, because that prep is the hardest part. Can you tell us about your journey, how you arrived here?
How deep you want me to go?
Deep, baby.
Well, to start with my fitness journey, the way that I got here, it was actually my husband that brought me into this.
Mhm.
I probably never would have done this without him. There was a period of my life, my second marriage, that I was abused for 4 years, heavily.
Yeah.
Broken bones, bruises everywhere, getting my hair pulled out, all kinds of things. And that marriage really tore me. It broke me down to the bone.
Mhm.
Broke me down physically, spiritually, mentally, everything. And I thought that there was just, because I was always told that, you're not worth anything, I'll never find better than him and all this stuff like that. Well, once I finally got out of that marriage, a few years later, I met my current husband. Now, before I met him, I had gotten really big into church and, found a true relationship with the Lord. And he built me up. God built me up as a Wonder Woman on the inside. Ain't nobody could mess with me. He was like, no, baby girl, this is who you are.
Amen.
And he taught me my identity. And then I met my husband a few years later, and he taught me my strength physically. He
Mhm.
took me into the gym one day and said, this is what I do to relieve stress. You can follow me around. You can do what I do, or you can go over there, whatever. But this is where I'm going to be. So, of course, I wanted to be with him. So I followed him around and I learned a lot from him. And then it got to the point where I was having a really amazing transformation myself. I started teaching him stuff. Other people were asking me, how do I do this? How do I do that? Well, if I'm going to be sharing advice with you, I'm going to get paid for it,
Yeah.
So
Student
got-
becomes the teacher.
Yes. So I got certified as a personal trainer, started teaching, started taking on clients. And I knew that if I wanted to make a name for myself, that I would need to put myself out there. And so that's what I did. I started competing. I said, all right, well, I'm going to go into prep. I'm going to get on that stage and I'm going to see what I can do, make a name for myself. And after I did that, it blew up. My first show, I won overall champion in bodybuilding, figure, but everything that I entered, both figure and bodybuilding, and my career just took off from there. Um, I was known as the best personal trainer in every gym that I was in, because I went from gym to gym. And then it finally got to the point where I had enough clientele that I was able to open up my own. And my loyal clients followed me, and many more came, and that's what brought me here.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Well, I'm inspired. I'm ready to go.
I know.
Like-
You're ready to work out, aren't you?
I'm like,
Come
We
on.
should have brought dumbbells with us over here.
Hey, I could have arranged
Yeah,
that.
I know you could.
But you know what? Even just what you said in terms of faith, God teaching you your identity and
Yes.
your husband
Yes.
teaching you your, oh my gosh, like that
Yeah.
needs to be just
Well,
have
that is what fueled my passion. I never would have learned that this was my calling
yeah.
had I not gone through that stuff. And God has he's blessed me to be able to take my testimony and help empower other women that have gone through the things that I have gone through, or are going through the things that I went through, and really teach them how to love themselves, build confidence in themselves, how to get out of certain situations that they need to get out of, give them the strength that they need to do that. And that has become my passion and my ministry. So this isn't just a business for me.
Right.
This is my calling. This is my ministry.
And
Wow.
I can tell you just from like meeting people that are coming in the gym before or after me, and like the relationship she has with everybody that is in there.
Yeah.
One day she told me, Jen, this truly is personal training.
Yeah.
Like when you spend that hour with her and get to know her, and she's learning about you and your life, I mean, you're really, it's almost, I don't want to say like a therapy session, but for some people it is. And it's like, you really get to know like what makes people tick, what their struggles are, what their passion is, like what makes them motivated and those kind of things. So I mean, if anybody is in the Ascension or Baton Rouge area looking for a trainer, like I've got nothing but great things to say
I'll
about
come
her.
to you.
Come on, girl. Come on.
Wow. Gosh. Oh man.
So Bailey is starting with me tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
So tomorrow.
Did she tell you the story about Bailey?
She has told me a lot.
Where
Yes.
last week, I think we talked about it last week, where she was watching a YouTuber live her personal. Remember the story about someone she was watching and they're talking about what they've been doing to get healthier. They wake up at 5 o'clock and they start exercising.
Yes.
So Bailey, you to wake up because those sessions are early in the morning.
She's coming with mom Monday,
7
Wednesday,
a.m.
Friday, 7 a.m.
Oh
And
my gosh. Oh, I love that. But you know what? Fitness really is a form of therapy.
Yes.
I think a lot of people who choose to go on that journey to better their health do say it really is a form of therapy. It's the best kind of therapy in terms of self-care.
Definitely.
That is taking care of yourself.
I have so many clients that say, I just feel I have to keep doing this because I feel so much better mentally from doing this. And because it truly is, it's therapy.
Yeah.
It's, that keeps us sane. It really does.
Oh my. Why?
Okay. Now back to my question about prep.
Yes.
Okay.
So when I met you back in November, you were like on the tail end of prep. You were like eating cold fish 3 times a day or something like that. Like, so tell us, like, to be a world champion, most fit bodybuilder woman in America, what does that take? What is that? How many weeks is that? Like, what's the protocol? What are you doing?
Well, it's definitely a continuing process. So you can't let yourself go, for one. If you have goals because I mean, somebody just coming out there, they're probably not going to take a title or something like that as soon as they get on that stage. So it's a continuous protocol. You have to continue to work on it. Then whenever you have a show picked out, then you say, okay, 12 to 16 weeks out from
Okay.
this show,
Mm-hmm.
then you start really diving in and starting to cut down.
Yeah.
But before that, I mean, it's a process just to get your body to the point to where that it can be cut down and show
Yes.
something, you know.
Uh-huh.
So it's
Oh,
an all
I'm
year
good
thing.
at getting my body ready to that point
That's that
to be
part.
cut down.
It's the cut. Can you
Yes.
talk a bit about how intense the cut is and what is the cut for those people out there who
Mhm.
don't know what the cut is?
So it's basically our diet changes significantly. Like
Mhm.
sometimes some of us are taking in 1,100 calories, some it's 9, some 8, some even less than that, honestly.
Ooh.
And that's per day. You know,
Mm.
it's not per
How much
meal.
per night?
Well, it just well,
I
but
saw that on Instagram.
Yes.
That lady says, okay, you said 1,200
1,200
calories per day? How many per night?
yeah, that's it. But it, you know, we get to points to where that we slowly cut back on our foods, cut back on our carbs. We might have a higher intake of protein,
Mhm.
and the fats and everything. So there's a whole science to
Yeah.
this, and everybody's different. So my body might perform better if I take carbs away,
Mhm.
whereas yours might perform better if you take fats away and
Yeah.
have more carbs. So everybody's different. You or your coach really have to learn your
Mhm.
body. So it's a process of seeing, you know, what's going to work best.
Yeah.
So that's why you take a longer prep and work on it during the year too, because you want to know, you have test
Right.
runs,
Yeah.
Yeah,
you know.
practice
What does your
runs.
body
Like,
respond
Mhm.
to?
yeah.
Yeah.
I know my body takes carbs. It loves carbs.
Mhm. Yeah.
So, okay, so let's like just give somebody what you're in a 12-week prep right now,
Yes.
right?
Mhm.
And what week are you on?
I'm in the 4th week of my prep.
Okay, so take us through like a daily, like what your diet is right now in the 4th week of prep.
Okay. Let's see. So normally I tell people to start eating within the first 30 minutes to an hour of waking up, but my days are so long, I don't.
Mhm.
Okay, but just like time out on that.
So-
Yeah.
She wakes up at 2:30 in the morning
I'm just starting to dream.
to do her quiet time
My
and
prayer
pray.
time, right?
So she's doing that till 3:30, 4
Mhm.
o'clock, getting ready, and your first class is at
5 a.m.
5 a.m.
When do you go to sleep?
Usually around 10, 11 o'clock.
Ma'am.
I know.
I'm not even from the
That
South,
is,
but ma'am.
look, that is one of the main things that my coaches fuss at me for.
Yes,
Brandi, you
ma'am.
have to sleep.
Uh-huh. Yes.
I know. But it's my
Ooh.
schedule right now. You
Have
know,
you ever
it's
read The 4-Hour Body? Is it The 4-Hour Mind or something
It's
like
the
that?
4-hour work week.
Oh, okay. Because I was gonna say, is this like
4-hour work week. Where can I have one of those?
I know.
But you're getting 4 hours sleep,
Sleep.
at night.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
So back to, sorry,
Okay.
I got you off track.
Yeah.
So you wake up.
So I wake up. That's my my daily process that I go through, my morning process, and then usually around 6 o'clock or so, I start eating my first meal. Right now, this will change in a couple weeks,
Mhm.
but right now I'll eat like 5 ounces of egg whites, 1 to 2 eggs, like whole eggs,
Mhm.
and some jasmine rice.
Yeah.
I cook that and eat it at work. Everything I eat at work. Then about 3 hours later, I'll have another meal. Usually it's just like chicken and asparagus or something. Then I'll usually have my training session about an hour later. And then after I train, then I'll eat again. I'll
Mhm.
eat another helping of chicken. It's usually about 4 or 5 ounces of chicken. And then I'll do about 3 or 4 ounces of rice.
Yeah.
And then after that, my next meal would be another 3 hours later. Right now, it is some very extra lean ground beef with another 3 ounces of rice. And then my last meal, which is another 3, sometimes 4 hours later, depending on
The day.
day, is fish and asparagus.
Ooh. I mean,
That's my meal.
it actually doesn't sound like It sounds like a decent amount of food.
It really is. I mean, it's a decent amount of food,
Yeah.
but whenever your muscles are hungry,
It's
you get hangry.
and then I always think like when it's that time of the month, my body's like,
Yeah.
sweet.
Yes. Yeah. There's ways to combat that. Though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you do?
Okay. So one thing that you can do, and I tell this to my clients all the time, those EAAs, essential amino acids, or BCAs, whichever you use, branched chain amino acids, freeze them, and then take it out and then chop it up a little bit. You got yourself a slushie. That right there can help soothe a sweet craving.
Clever.
You can also freeze your protein too.
Wait, hold on.
Freeze your protein. So make you a protein shake. Now I put probably about
okay.
2 or 3.
She was thinking chicken breast.
No. Protein powder.
Yeah.
So I'll put like 2 or 3 scoops in probably about 8 ounces of water.
Yeah.
That way it's really creamy and like it gets like ice cream.
Yeah.
But I'll shake it up really, really good, put it in the freezer and let it freeze. And it is really like ice cream whenever you start to eat it.
Guys, see, there
Great
are ways.
tips. Great tips.
Yeah.
So I think today we wanted to ask you, there's you do an article, or you wrote an article about 10 things. What is it? 10 things that your trainer wants to tell you?
Yeah. It was 17, but we're going to go over 10
of them.
Yes.
That they want to tell you, but they won't.
Yes.
Why won't they?
Yeah.
Well, some of them are just too scared. I'm not.
I don't see why you need to be scared of anything.
I'm very blunt, and I will tell them like it is. That's one of the things about me. Maybe they love, maybe they don't. I don't know, but
that's the thing. I think sometimes people like the idea of like working out or getting fit, but they don't really want to know the truth. We want to hear it today.
We're gonna hear it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Awesome. All right. So we want to do this one at a time, or
like one at a time, because we're gonna comment.
So, yes.
All right. Comments.
All right. So the first thing always is diet. Stop fad dieting. Fad dieting. I hate fad diets.
So what would you consider as a fad diet?
Keto.
Oh my gosh, don't come for the keto army.
Keto.
What about Optavia?
That's another fad diet.
But okay, so here's something that I heard, that in bodybuilding, at some point, bodybuilders are in ketosis. Is that
we do it towards the end of the prep? Whenever we start losing, taking the carbs out, we do get into a form of ketosis, but it is not healthy.
Yeah,
it's not. That's the thing. We look amazing, yes, but the extremes that we take our bodies to, it really is not, the best health.
So is that why honestly, they say like the last 2 weeks are usually miserable?
Yes, we're like basically dying.
I mean, we need carbs.
Exactly. That was one of my next ones. Yes, we need carbs. But no. But I mean that all goes along with dieting. The fad dieting. People thinking that they don't need carbs. You need carbs. Yes. You want to see an example of what happens when you don't have carbs? Come see me whenever I'm in peak week.
I'll be bringing the camera.
I've seen it.
Those last 2 weeks are the worst.
Yeah.
I take my peak week off because nobody wants to be around me.
Yeah.
Or needs to be around me.
She'll lose some clients.
I mean, I'm not saying I want to do a competition, but this sounds scary.
It can be.
Yeah.
There's a competition coming up you can be in.
Yeah.
Oh, I think I'm like too close to that at this point. Isn't it?
We have lots. So I have one that I'm promoting in July. But that doesn't mean that if you don't think that you'd be ready for that show, that there won't be another one coming up, honey.
I mean, I have a little muscle.
Yeah.
You have a lot of muscle.
Yeah, you have a lot of muscle.
But okay, it don't look like that.
You look great. You do. You look amazing.
Thank you. Okay, so
no fad dieting.
Yes.
Okay, what's number 2?
Stop fad dieting. Stop drinking excessively.
Drinking alcohol?
Yes.
What about gin and tonics?
I don't do that.
I say
check box on one good thing.
I say excessively.
Excessive. Okay.
So if it's something, and I'm not saying that you have to completely cut out all alcohols to be fit. Now, when you're in prep, you do.
Yeah.
You cannot have alcohol. But what happens is whenever you put that alcohol in, think about what it is. It's a toxin.
Mhm.
Okay. So if your body is in fat burn mode and you got it going, you're burning fat, and then on the weekend, hey, I'm gonna get drunk tonight.
Knock them back.
You're knocking them back. Guess what happens to that fat burn mode? It
It's gone.
stops and it says,
Yeah.
whoa, wait a minute. I got some toxin over here I got to get out.
Sure.
And it shifts this way and it starts burning that toxin out.
Yeah.
And then it takes a whole almost 5 days to start burning fat again.
Ooh, so friends, you see, when you've had a great week and the weekend comes, you've just
Mhm.
deleted those 5
That's
days.
right. That's right.
Because
And you've
it's
added
taken,
in,
I know.
Yeah.
It takes 5 days.
yes, for your body to completely process that
Mm.
out of your system.
Ooh. Now, don't you switch off the podcast now, friend. Stay here.
I actually lost a couple TikTok followers.
You stay here. The truth hurts, but it's so
Yes.
good. It
But-
will
and
set
look-
It
you
hurts
free.
so good.
And I have many clients who can attest to that. Whenever they finally listened to me and put the alcohol down,
Yeah.
they started seeing amazing results. I mean, one girl in just maybe 4 months lost 37 inches off of
Ooh,
her
I know
body
everybody
just
after
by
this is
putting
letting
the
go.
alcohol down.
Let it go.
Let it go.
37.
37 inches off of her body. Most of that in her torso.
So that fupa, friends, that everyone's always saying, how do I get rid of the fupa?
Mhm,
The fupa is
mhm.
born at the weekend.
I have
when we-
another. Yeah, I have another one. Client, she just signed up for her third 6-week session with me. She did 2, so she's did 12 weeks. Whenever we did her last scan, 12 weeks in,
Yeah.
she lost 37 inches in 12 weeks just by putting alcohol down and starting a regimen,
Yeah.
clean eating. She lost 37 inches in
How
12
much
weeks.
alcohol are you guys drinking out there?
Right.
When you touch that roll,
Uh-huh.
say how much alcohol. Oh, that rhymes.
Oh my God. Okay. Off track. Off
Okay.
track. All right. Number 3.
Stop eating fake food.
Oh man, I think that's gonna touch a nerve for so many.
Yeah.
Is
Well-
that like tofu?
Oh, but I like tofu.
Well, one of them I would say is protein bars. That is nothing but a glorified candy bar.
Ooh, yeah. Oh,
Stay away from them.
yeah.
It's really not doing you any good. It's going to give you the poops. If you got to go, then go have one. But, other
Don't
than
do
that,
it.
yeah, just don't.
Ooh, friends.
Fake food, those frozen foods and stuff.
Mm-hmm. I'm not a team frozen food. I am
That fad diet you spoke of.
team. Mm-hmm.
I didn't try it.
Good. Stay away from that. Your body needs more. Stop showing up late. We have a time.
Mm-hmm.
We have an appointment.
Oh yes, for training sessions.
Yes.
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 Because, Jen knows my schedule.
Mhm.
I'm back to back
Back.
with clients.
Yeah.
So if you're late, you're cutting into somebody else's
Else's
time.
Mhm.
And that's not fair to them because they paid for that time.
But if they're late, the time it should end. If you were 6:45
Oh,
to
yes.
7:45, it ends at
Mhm.
7:45.
And it
Doesn't
does.
matter what time
Mhm.
you showed up.
And it does.
Yeah.
It
That's
does.
just if you're listening to this, that's just a good life quality to have.
Yeah.
It's not just with your trainer.
Yeah.
Just be on time.
Yeah. Yeah. You know what time it takes you to get to a certain place that you
Right.
go to very frequently.
Mhm.
You know what time you need to leave your house.
Yes.
And that also goes with classes. So, like, I teach a lot of classes.
Mhm.
Whenever I have people that are constantly coming in late, and the further along that I get in prep, the more annoying this gets. Just saying. But when I've already gone through all of their circuits and I've shown everybody what to do, and then I have somebody come in, all right, so what we doing?
Ah.
You should have been here about 15 minutes ago.
Yeah.
Figure it out.
I mean,
There's the
that's
board.
valid. That's valid. It's like, what's that they say to people? You turn up, and even just having respect for your trainer and that time slot. It's also respect for yourself because you show up on time to work.
Mm-hmm.
You show up on time to everything else that's not related to you. But when it comes to your health, taking care of yourself, you turn up late for yourself, really, as
Yes.
well. So it's having respect for yourself as well as the
Yeah.
trainer, of course, because don't catch a at week 1, she said. A week before, don't catch her.
No.
All right, what was this, number 5?
I believe so. I believe
Okay.
that was 5. Stop being inconsistent.
Oh, yeah.
You have to be regular with your workouts, with
Mhm.
your training. If you're okay, I'm going to work out this week, and you go one day, yay,
Yeah, you.
go you. What happened to the rest of the days?
Right.
One day, it's not going to do much.
Yeah.
It's better than nothing,
But it's
but you
not
need to be consistent.
just like you consistently, ate the way you did or lived the lifestyle you did
Correct.
to get to this point. You have to behave the same way consistently.
Correct.
Mhm.
Correct. So you have to have, consistency in order to see results.
Yeah.
Stop skipping meals.
I don't have that problem at all.
So intermittent fasting? Because
I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan
Tell us why.
because it's not something that's sustainable.
Mhm.
You need to be on something that's sustainable. It's not something that you should stay on for a long period of time.
Yeah.
Here and there, it's okay.
Mhm.
If you want to quickly drop some weight, you got something this weekend and you're wanting to, look good in that dress.
Yeah.
You want to drop a couple, some bloating, and you want to drop a couple pounds to
Yeah.
be able to fit in that dress. That's cool. But it's not something that you really need to stay on for a very long time, because your body is going to screw your metabolism
Mhm.
up big time.
And I think the most important part about what you said is you can do it, but it's not something you should stay on consistently.
Right.
And when you look at intermittent fasting and where fasting came from, it really has a religious background.
Yes.
That is, when you look at people who do Ramadan or
Mhm.
the, I guess, Lent-ish, it's that it was a time for cleansing.
Yeah.
Of course, there's studies out there that show like intermittent fasting will help with like regulating your blood glucose and all of that, but it's not something you're supposed to do forever.
Right. There is a time to start and a
Mhm.
time
And
to stop.
Yes, it's like a reset, but it's
Right.
consistent.
I mean, I'm just wondering who are these people that, like, when I talk to them at the end of the day, they're like, oh, I haven't eaten anything. I just totally forgot to eat today.
Oh,
Like, how is that even possible?
That's
How
true.
is that even possible?
But I think that's people who I don't know. I wish I had an answer for you there, but sometimes I wish I had those problems, but food is always calling my name.
Yeah. And again, on the food thing, here's another one. Stop switching diets.
Yeah.
So changing, okay, I'm going to do keto this week. And then the next week, I'm going to do intermittent fasting. There you go.
Yeah.
And if you're
Then
constantly
I'm gonna do
changing
paleo.
here and here and paleo, and I'm going to be vegetarian, and
Vegan.
then next week I'm eating all the beef. Give it all to
That's
me.
me.
Yeah.
I mean,
Stop.
Show
You
me
have
the
to be
meat.
consistent in everything. And so,
show me the meat.
look, I love the
That's what
beef.
she
I
said.
love the beef.
Oh, that took a turn way the wrong way.
You said
Look.
it.
I
Okay.
We could take this a whole.
Yeah, we can take it a whole nother direction, but we're going to stay on track.
Yes.
Because our mamas are listening to this.
That's your daughter.
But yeah, so think of your meal plan, that whatever you're following, as a lifestyle, and stick with it.
Yes.
Find something that works for you and stick with it. Stop going from A to B to plan F, E, G. Stop doing all that. That's not helping anything.
Don't do the alphabet.
Right. Another thing is, I'll come back to that one. Stop ignoring your technique and your form. It is so important to make sure that you are doing the right form.
Yes.
And that's one of the common things that I see as a problem with large fitness classes.
Mhm.
They have, a whole bunch of people in there. Great, your class is filled, but there's one instructor.
Yes.
And she may or may not be a certified personal
Mhm.
trainer. She just may be certified as a group fitness trainer.
Yes.
Stop ignoring the technique and form.
Mhm.
You really need to pay attention to the form that you're doing. Whenever you're in those big fitness classes, they have one trainer, and she might be a trainer, she might not be a trainer. And whenever she's in there with all these people, she is not correcting your form.
Yeah.
She's telling you what to do, and she's assuming that you're doing it correctly, but she's not checking your form.
Yeah.
And I have seen this over and over and over in gyms that I've been in over the years, where you have all these people who have been going to the same classes, the same people for years and years, and their body never changes.
Yeah.
You know why? Because their form isn't right. That's why.
Yeah.
They have to have the right form.
In order to really target those muscles.
Yes. Without that proper form, you're not going to get what that exercise was meant to do. So stop ignoring that.
Oh, that's a good one.
Another one is stop skipping your warm-ups. Those warm-ups are important.
Especially for injury as well, because so many people say, oh my, this hurts and that. But a lot of people don't take time to warm up.
Warm up, stretch after. I tell mine now on leg day, we usually do a warm up for sure.
Yeah.
But I'll tell them, make sure that you warm up or stretch after you leave here, because when we in here, it's all business on the weights.
Business, yeah. Oh,
so
yeah.
Yeah.
You get the most out of it.
That's right.
She's got some scary named weights.
I name all of my
Bertha,
machines. Blythe is the new one. Yeah.
Blythe is the new one.
Have you seen
Bernice?
TikTok that says, this is Brianna, you know why we call her Brianna.
Yes. Somebody told me I need to do that on my TikTok.
You should.
I need to.
I haven't seen that one.
Yeah.
That was a good one.
Yep. I got Blythe. I had Bonnie.
Bertha.
Yeah.
They're all B names.
Yeah, they're all B's.
A good kind of B.
Yes.
Yeah.
Let's see. I have Bernice, Bernadette, Belinda, Brenda, Bonquisha.
Oh, Bonquisha.
Bonquisha. You'd like
there was
Bonquisha.
Was it a Key and Peele skit?
I think
with
so.
Bonquisha.
Yeah, Bonquisha. Yeah. Let's see. I had a Beyonce, but Bianca replaced Beyonce whenever I upgraded.
The beehive is gonna come after you.
Yeah.
You said Bianca replaced Beyonce. The beehive's coming.
But yeah, there's lots of cute little names.
Women.
Beulah. Oh yeah, Beulah. All right.
So
another one. Stop working out without a plan.
Oh.
Go in there. Don't go in there just not knowing what you're going to. Oh, let's see. What am I going to do? I guess I'll do some curls over here. I might go do some legs later. Let's see. I might do some shoulders right here. No, go in there with a plan.
Yeah.
If you can't think of it on the top of your head, go with it written down or an app. There are so many workout apps out there that can lead you and give you a good workout plan. That's one of the things that I offer to my clients. If you don't want to go in the gym without a plan, which I don't want you going in there without a plan, I have an app where I'm telling you exactly what to do. Yeah. So definitely go in there with a plan.
I agree, because I know when I first started working out, I used to go in and do exactly that. And a lot of time you spend wandering around just like, what do I do now? Your rest becomes longer and you really don't get much out of your hour in the gym. So I agree with that. Make a plan. If you fail to plan, you plan to fail.
That's right.
Execute the plan.
That's
there
right.
We go. Yes. I like those. Those are really good.
One more.
Yes.
Stop being negative.
Oh.
Stop being negative. Stop allowing other people to put negativity in your head too. Yes. Don't worry about what Joe Blow thinks. Worry about what your goals are.
Yes.
And keep it motivated. Remember your why.
Oh, I like that.
Remember why you're doing this and keep that at the forefront. If you're doing this as a lifestyle change, not only for your health, but for your kids, your family, so that your kids and your family will have you there.
Yeah.
That is one of the biggest motivators.
Yes.
Stop being negative about yourself, saying, oh, I can't do this. Yes, you can. If you go in there with that mentality that you can't, then you can't. You're not. But if you go in there with that mentality, I'm going to do this, you do it. You might struggle, but you're going to do it.
Yeah.
And so that's one of the definite things. Stop being negative.
That's a big one. I think I often hear from women who say, you know, they're mothers, they have families, and it's hard sometimes to get into that fitness routine. One, because obviously you have so many other people who are waiting on you.
Yeah.
And also sometimes not having supportive partners.
Yes, yes.
Partners who are just like, well, I need you to do this, or why are you even bothering? I like you the way you are.
Uh-huh.
Sometimes it's not about them liking you the way you are. Do you like yourself?
Right.
Right? Do you like how, and not even just about physical image, but how you feel sometimes. So that's an important one.
Yeah.
Stop being negative.
Well, this has been a great episode today. I think we've all left a little more inspired by Brandi and your testimony and your strength and dedication and
muscle.
your muscle.
Where can people find you? Can you tell the people where can they find you if they want to reach out to you, learn more from you, hear more from you?
Yes, definitely. So I am on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Barbelle Beauty Fitness. You can also go on my website, www.barbellebeautyfitness.com, and that's BARBELLE, by the way, not just regular barbell. Yeah. There's an E in there. It's feminine.
I like it.
But so you can find me there. I'm in Ascension Parish. I'd love to help people.
Yes. Oh, this has been an amazing episode.
Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you. Thank y'all for having me so much.
You've been a great first guest. Until next time, friends.
Thanks for listening to this episode of It Starts With Courage podcast with Kat and Jen. If you like this episode of the podcast, visit our website, iswcpodcast.com, for show notes and other cool things.